Yes, guys, that was an hour. So I thought, yo, let me stop part one at an hour and do another hour because I got halfway. Yeah, I did this already. This is probably my third attempt doing this, and it just don't save. It's like yesterday. It was such a high power day yesterday. I'm firing on all cylinders yesterday, standing in my power. That they was trying to find any way. When I say they, I know I don't like to use that word. Yeah, I'm talking about spiritual wickedness was trying to fuck with me yesterday and couldn't get to me because I was just in a Merkaba. Yeah, but they would manage to do little things here and there that if I wasn't in my high power, I would have been pissed off with it. But anyway, let's get back into this shit. Yeah, let's get back into this shit. So when they talking about the period of enlightenment that ran through Europe based on the Moors, or we should say the jewels of God, because they were called the Moors because of how many jewels they wore and how much pomp they had with their fashion and hairstyles. And come on, you know how black people are. So we were seen as the Jews because of the jewels we were wearing. That's George Washington's fucking General Lee something or whatever. These are the Haitians, Dessalines and them. Yeah. But that before, that was fucking my man. What's his name? Something Lee. Y'all Americans would probably know better than me, yeah? Because you guys are in America. But that guy, let me pause it on him. They put him in George Washington's picture. Like, look in the background of the George Washington picture. One of them is it Lee Peterson or something? Them niggas was Moors, and so was George Washington. They left him as a Moor, but they paint George Washington as a white man. Yeah, in this picture. But even he got whited out. Yeah, so there's not much pictures of him like this in his true form. They got these white boys in the pictures because they changed the iconography, like it says in the Bible. There's a part in the Bible where it said there's people who would change their face so you don't know who the fuck they are. It's talking about this synagogue of Satan, these Sephardic Jews. So when they talk about the period of enlightenment that came into Europe after the Moors were kicked out, that's not no period of enlightenment. They talking about these same dirty Moors teaching their hordes, their armies of barbarian Muzungu about things they shouldn't have been teaching them about. They've already been cleaned up and civilized, yeah? And we're not supposed to teach them certain things like alchemy and sorcery and witchcraft and astrology and power knowledge where they could use it against other people. But these dirty Moors started giving them the tips. They started bringing them up in this masonry and shit. And one of their main schools in Andalusia was called Alhambra. Is it Alhambras? Alhambras? See, my brain's still it's Sunday. My brain ain't working properly, but I think it's Alhambra or Alhambra or something. I'll put it in the comments on the thread so you can go and do a study of them yourself. But they were teaching these Muzungu all type of things, man. Yeah, and so these Muzungu were coming into attacking Tartaria and shit. And here you can see a real Tartarian with the shield, with the double griffin on the shield. It is not a Masonic symbol. It was usurped by Masons. Just like evil usurps all of our names and all of our symbols. America uses our symbols from Kemet. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people saying America is Egypt. America ain't Egypt. Egypt was a global civilization just like America was. America is Atlantis. America is older than Egypt. Motherfuckers need to stop trying to make America Egypt. You don't need to do that. America's older than fucking Egypt. If we go back to the story of Alalu and shit, you understand? Puma Punku and stuff. Come on. You guys are like, that's like giving away a country just to have an island. Why are you trying to do that? Stop listening to those teachers that are trying to tell you that. Nigga, America is Atlantis. And the Egyptians knew it, where Tahuti and their gods came from. So they were fascinated to go to America. And they went to America and mixed in. And that's why so much of Egyptian presence is in America. Because just like we're fascinated with Kemet, Kemet was fascinated with America and Peru and Mexico and shit. Don't get it twisted. Stop letting people tell you America is Kemet. Because it's not. You understand? America is Atlantis. And all of our cultures merged. Egypt became Atlantis because the Atlantean gods came from America and went there. And then Atlantis became Kemet because the Cometians, fascinated with their origins, they went over to America. So the culture's mixed. Stop letting these teachers lead you astray and split you apart and shit, man, and give you reasons to argue and all of this trivial shit. It really don't matter. Just know that we're one. And we were fighting ourselves, not Mzungu. Yeah? Racism is a scapegoat thing. So you never get to the point where it's like, hold on, it's our own people. That's why we ain't never unified. It's like near impossible. Because these motherfucking black devils keep getting into the mix. They taught the Mzungu about all this sorcery. They trick you in history and tell you it's a period of enlightenment. It's not enlightenment, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's them with their evil Luciferian conspiracy, Satanism, practicing all types of shit that the Moors taught them, alchemy, the jewels of God Moors. That was looking like, yo, look how we looked, man. Whether we were good or evil, we had more style and swag than anyone. We introduced this shit to the world. We still do now. Niggas be following us. Queen Califia, yeah, of the Carolina Island, when California was an island, she had griffins. She is a legend. Look at the power of that image. Nigga, I need that image on my wall. I never even knew about her. I learned about her in the last 2-3 years. And I'm fascinated by this shit. And all the maps have got California as an island before 1850. And then they changed that shit to trick us. Or something fucking happened. And that's why it's not an island no more. One of the two. I'm just sharing notes, man. You know? But yo, the story of Queen Califia fascinates me, man. And like I said, the Muslims try hijack this thing and tell you it's about Islam and she was a Muslim because the word Caliph and fucking hell. It's a Moorish thing that they're trying to hijack again. See what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Yeah, she had griffins, nigga. To me, she was more than a Muslim. So they trick us with this enlightenment shit, man, and tell us about, and they hide who the sorcerers of this period really were. Like I exposed to you John Dee and Apollonius of Tyana and all of these fuckers here going way back. They went back for that knowledge, man. Yeah? About a period of enlightenment and renaissance and shit. Dirty Boys taught them. And they used them as their armies to conquer nations. Yeah, they directed them. Yeah, they made them go back. They used them to go back into new conjures with new demons. Yeah, new levels of fucking reptilians and stuff. They used them as shields, Rothschilds, the 13 bloodlines, the Cabal. Yeah, they are at the top of the pyramid and they're unseen just like the fucking reptilians. So really, when you're talking about custodians, we're at the top of the food chain here for these niggas that mapped out the world and conned us about this globe earth shit. Nigga, this is them. Master teacher showed us. If he was here today, he'd be talking about the ice walls and shit. I so wish he was with us to peel back that shit because he was trying to take us behind the 9 ball. And the 9 ball to me means it's globe earth, fucking fake cosmology that they've given us. But he had to teach it us first to show us how deep it goes. Yeah, that it seems real. And then he would have took the fucking wig off that shit there. They had to get him out the way, man. That's how I feel about it. And that's why, so I'll still talk about the cosmos in the cosmological sense, galactic classes. And I'll still say, yo, talk about the ice walls and the new information that's come. Because if you ask me, there's somehow connected. It's the same thing. It's just a different perception. Yeah. And they went with this cosmological perception rather than this flat earth perception to con humans. Yeah. And there's no glass dome over us. The firmament in the Hebrew, in the Bible, if we go to Genesis 1, verses 7 to 9, it talks about, that's the first verse that talks about the firmament. Yeah. And the word is the rakia. And it comes from the Sumerian tablets talking about the hammered out bracelet, which keeps everything ringed in. And that's talking about the fucking asteroid belt that separates the waters outside of the asteroid belt from the waters here inside the asteroid belt. It separates it. And that's why the stars look all fucked up. If you try and look at them too close, it looks like some kind of water vibration thing because you're looking through water. But we so want to believe in this little fucking Mary Poppins, there's a little glass dome over us. It's not. So no, I'm not a flat earther neither. You understand what I'm saying? And I try and tell people this, but people want labels. Oh, you a flat earther? Oh, you a... Yo, I'm none of that shit, nigga. I am. And I'm here to tell you this shit, whether you like it or not. So this enlightenment was bullshit, where they're going digging up everyone's ancestors and trying to find the fucking conjures and find all the old alien technology that got lost in the resets and shit. This is them. They camouflage that shit under the period of enlightenment like they're doing something good for the benefit of mankind or the benefit of man and shit. It's bullshit. It's witchcraft. It's pharmakia. It's all sorcery. It's all that. Yeah? And they painted themselves out of history and changed their faces. No white people never did it just off their own whim. They did it to hide themselves. They came up with the word white in 1664 and all the legal laws that came behind it to enforce it and create this fucking false sense of white supremacy. Yeah, like they've been ruling the planet for this whole time, adding on 1,000 years to their shit, though. Everything. You don't understand how deep this shit goes, man. And I try and tell people. They came and met the Olmecs here. It was Moors colonizing Moors. Sorry, that's loud. Turn that down, man. Noble Drew Ali was a universal prophet that came to leave the signs, the receipts for this shit that we're talking about. Some Moors, that the ones that are colonizers, they come in the red fez from the city of Fez in Morocco. Yeah, these are the fucking colonizers that came to America, yeah, with their black devil asses and came and put the people into subjugation. Some of them wear turbans. Some of the fezzes, they wear it with the tassels. Some of them, they wear it without the tassels. You can go to Rod Hayes and he will give you more elaboration on this particular point. I'm still researching it, so I don't want to say things that I'm not 100% sure of. Yeah, and any mistakes I made in what I'm saying today is strictly my mistakes. I'm sure if you go to the elders, Rod Hayes, Young Elder, El Taj Tariq Bey, they'll get you straight. Yeah, I'm just giving you a structure for you to flesh out for yourself. And they taught these white folks. That's why they're wearing this shit. Look, J. Edgar Hoover, COINTELPRO. All of these niggas was Masons. They bow to these Black Devil Sephardim. These niggas, look at them. They're degenerates. Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey. These are the real masters, the real Illuminati from the green light, not this amber light devil shit. And the culmination of all this was Noble Reverend Dr. Malachi Yorkel. May Anu be pleased with him. And look, I've got to stop this here. This is a depiction of King Moctezuma. What was he, king of the Aztecs? I think it was the Aztecs, yeah? King Moctezuma. Now I want you to focus not on him, but on the buildings behind him. Because that shows the link to Tartaria. They're his buildings. He ain't standing up in front of no buildings no white folk made. Why would he be depicted in front of these buildings if they weren't already there and they weren't already his? See, these white folks are smart. They told you they founded these shits. Nigga, they found that shit there. That's what founded means anytime you see the word founded in. Nigga, they found that shit in. That's what it means. So salute to King Moctezuma, who had cities of gold surrounded by water and shit, bigger than fucking London. You understand? At that point, that shit was bigger than London. Them niggas is lying to you. They the synagogue of Satan. These conquistadors came and they met these people here. The children of the fucking Olmecs and Ho Sheng, the Chinese who came in 459 and mixed in with these guys to make people like Mayans and Toltecs and fucking, come on, mixed in with the Olmecs, sorry, to make people like these guys. East Indians and fucking Chinese mixed in. This is in 459. The original Americans was Olmecs. You understand? There was Indigos, because remember the word India, when it was used for Americans to describe American Moors, you understand? There was no place in the world called India politically. That's a new invention. That's a modern world thing. You understand what I'm saying? There's no India. There's the Punjab, there's fucking Hindustan. There's no fucking India. You understand? These all them words are new. So when they was going to America saying, yo, there's fucking Indians here, they're talking about indigo, black. Go and fucking Google indigo now and ask yourself what color is that. But there's so many misguidance out here. People are willing to say, I'm not black, I'm Indian. Nigga, the word Indian comes from the word indigo, which means black. So you can keep telling yourself your ass is not black. I'm black, nigga. I come from the cosmic egg of Amun-Ra, of Anu, which is black matter. So you can be Indian matter, you can be whatever matter you want, yeah? Brown matter. I come from the black matter. I am a Kushi, Kushia, Kemiyu, yeah? Kham. All of these thick words mean black. If you want to keep it in the Hebrew Israelite thing, then I'm Ham. I ain't just Shem. Nigga, I'm Ham, I'm black. You understand? I seek refuge in Africa. When niggas had to run off, where you run? You run to Africa. Hebrew Israelites is in Ethiopia and Eritrea and fucking West Africa and Zimbabwe and shit. That's where they went and found safety in the blackness. From where you come and where you're going to return to as a consciousness. Blackness is consciousness. Blackness is intellect. That black matter, dark matter, that's the either. It can't register as nothing but blackness. Black is not a color. It's a state. It's the state of nothingness, which is everything but nothing. It's the ingredients for everything here. You understand? The Nun, the universal womb. So if you, with your black ass, can take what I'm saying and still tell yourself you're not black, then you must be one of these people we talking about. You must be a fucking black devil. And that's why you refuse to identify with the blackness, because that's how you spot these niggas. These are the people who don't have nothing good to say about black. Oh, black is the English legal word. Okay, so your first language is English. You pay homage to English, because I don't care what English call the word black. I don't respect English. That language came yesterday. It's not even a language. I shouldn't even be calling it a language. That's an insult to language. It don't even have root words. It's a fucking trick. It's a conjure. It's a language of the fallen angels. So if you want to define your reality based on what English words mean, because you're locked in English, that's up to you. You understand? I left that degree. I don't rely on my perception, don't rely on English. My perception went beyond Semitic. My perception went across the sands of the burning Sahara Desert, right back to Kemet and Kush, and then crossed way over into America and crossed over into fucking Sumeria. Yeah, so I define myself based on the words the ancestors defined their self by. Whatever English says, that's up to them. And now I'm not being ignorant. I'm not saying I'm not gonna avoid using the English term, yeah, because the English legal term in English, okay, that's one thing. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm Kushia. What's that? That's what I am. Yeah, if you want to know what it is, go and research the fucking language. The ancestors would be happy to tell you what it is. That's what I am. Whatever you are, yo, that's up to you. I'm just here to make you think and give you the receipts, man. Anyway, Montezuma, thank you for showing us that Tartaria was ours and part of the Tartarian Empire. And them buildings was already found there when motherfucking conquistador, black-ass Moors came there to conquer y'all. And I salute you today, just by having this memory and the discussion between me, you, and the people. May the ancestors keep you in their bosom, and may we go forward. Right, where am I? I ain't even got the light on. I'm straining to read my notes, you know. Okay. Yeah, so out of this Enlightenment period come organizations like the Jesuits, Loyola Ignatius in the 1500s, who many suspect, many good researchers, like my master teacher, have told you that he started the restarted the Illuminati among these Europeans, among this 1500s. He restarted it when they were restarting all their sorcery, calling it Enlightenment. Yeah, the Society of Jesus, which infiltrated Rome and took over the Vatican. So at the end of the 1600s, it was no longer a black Rome. It was always a black Rome until that point. They try and tell you the first popes, a couple of them were black. Nigga, all of them were black. Do you understand what I'm saying? They was all fucking black popes. There was all black nobility in Rome, and the popes were black all the way up to the 16th fucking century, and they were linked. They were intermarrying with the families across Europe, black families, the black nobility of Europe. And these Moors came in after they were kicked out of Spain, and they started infiltrating all of the bloodlines and taking them over, and until it ended up in King George III of Hanover, we already spoke about Hanover, Germany, which was previously called Saxony. So these Saxons were black people, black Moors, you understand? And they were fighting against other Moors that was in Germany, and they wiped them out. And they hide this shit under the they call it the 30 Years War, and tell you it's about Protestants fighting against Catholics, and they broke away from the Catholic Church, Martin Luther and all of that shit. That's some bullshit, yeah, to hide the fact that you had dirty Moors fighting against Moors. So you had the Red House fighting against the Blue House, and so you had the people that were the good side was the Catholics, and the one that were the fuck ups were these new people coming in with this Protestantism and trying to change the world into this government-based, parliamentary-based system that it is today, based on ancient Rome and the Greeks and all of that shit. So they came and they took out the Jacobites like King James and the House of Stuart, and that's what led to the Jacobite wars over the years and stuff, and the Reformation and all of this shit. They hide it with words to make you, to divert your mind as to what it really was. You understand? And so today they hide themselves. They hide themselves, these black devils, these colonizers, yeah, they hide themselves in the high parts of society, like government. Whenever you see these families associating with like high level, the royal family, who's them black people with the Queen? Who's them black people marrying into the royal family and shit like that? Nigga, all them niggas. Look at Meghan Markle. She took out a fucking crest. Her family, she's got one of them crests. You nigga there, yo, look. These are the black devils. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, yeah? They hide in corporate shit too. And diplomatic areas like NATO Tribunal and WHO and UN. So whenever you see these black faces, like the Pope bent down and kissed two of their feet, those were two black devils. That's why you're never gonna be told who them niggas are. White folk ain't gonna tell you, because they know that's their masters. They're not gonna tell you. I don't know how that video got out of the Pope bending down and just kissing these mans. And the way he did it, it's like you could see, yo, he saw God that day to him. That's his God. Do you understand what I'm saying? They put him in the spot. You understand? And so they run this shit. They hide themselves in society, in corporate, in medicine, in army, like the top brass in the army, the top black devils in medicine, the top black devils in science, like this Tyson DeGrasse. Those are black devil families. And that geezer of the WHO, who was kept locking down the world, the ugly dude, the black dude, man, who was saying, oh, corona's this and this, that, he comes on TV, the world is peak. If you see him tomorrow, bro, it's peak. Yeah, if he comes on telly and starts talking about some new disease or what, it's peak. Them man there, what does it say in the Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Walls? When they want to do a reset, what do? They start fucking wars. Yeah, they're the ones who sit in these government positions and these WHOs and fucking NATO and all. Yo, they make these wars. Yo, it's time for a reset. Make war. Make the war in Ukraine, Russia. Yeah, yo, it's time for a reset. Lego the fucking Kraken, that pestilence. You understand what I'm saying? So now, souls like me have to be sent into the world. I have to come here even though I don't want to be here. This planet here is shit. I fucking hate it when I come here. I'm not even lying to you. It's a problem. They tell me I got to work on it. You got to learn to like humans and like, nigga, I got to learn this shit. Y'all think this is a joke. I'm not out here to get no fucking, come on, let me just continue, man. So these are the black devils. They have nothing good to say about black people, or they never have time to talk about how we're going to be our own strength and rely on ourselves and group economics and the problems that we face and reparation. They don't care about none of that. Nigga, they're here to make sure you don't fucking get that. Yeah? They into this pedophile shit, man. Adrenochrome and all of this stuff. They the amber light. They ain't from the green light. They hijack the word Illuminati. They ain't illuminated. You understand? Nigga, they devils. They the synagogue of Satan. They the Sephardim. The fucking dirty Moors. Yeah? They slander you behind your back. They cold-blooded like they reptilian mothers and fathers and Leal in them. They scheme, they gossip, they whisper. They in them brotherhoods that treat women like shit. They abuse women. They abuse their mum and dad and everything. Yeah? They start sisterhoods and man bash. Man shame. Even going for children. Shame you just because you're a male child. These niggas is evil, man. They in Hollywood. They the witches that you've told yourself that's a singer. Nigga, that's not a singer. That's a witch. That's putting a spell on you and your fucking daughters. You understand? And your children. And spelling them into this incubus, succubus, sex magic business. Screen magic. Broadcastings. Channeling. Programming. And we don't get it. We still so don't get it. And we don't get people like Jadefre. Because enough of you don't even get yourself. You just out here arguing and you ain't studied shit. You understand what I'm saying? You just out here sensationalizing behind a fucking screen. Nigga, I can come in the flesh and say this shit. To anyone. To any imam, any pastor, any Hebrew Israelite, any fucking reptilian, anything. Because I'm as much God as any other being. And I found and connect with the God in me. And I fight demons daily. And I fight my 30 spirits. To make sure that I become a master of myself. So I become one of the most powerful mans walking this planet. Not because of no money or no material, but because of the wealth inside the vault of my chest and inside my temple. Come on. So we were the Tartarians. And we were trying to fight ourselves off. Because we were fighting ourselves in the form of these dirty Moors that was keep civilizing these Mzungu to the point where these Mzungu have become weapons, man. That's a biological weapon they're using against you. Just like now the Mzungu are creating androids and shit, the Moors were creating androids. The androids they created is called Mzungu. It started with Yaqub. How about that? Now these Mzungu are making fucking metaverses and clones and AI and shit, Dan. Yeah, you better wake up. You better stop listening to this snake oil out here. Trying to keep you spellbound on all type of different levels. Yeah? Because what you're seeing, we're going to build a new Tartaria. Are we not, Mr. Moctezuma? That's why you're smiling. Because you know that shit coming again. And they tried to bury us, but they didn't know we're seeds. We just grew into something 10 times fucking stronger. And we're going to take all of our ancient knowledge from all around the world. And that Wakanda shit that they fear, that shit's going to materialize. So now you know who these Sephardim are. And you ain't going to be able to wake everybody up. Not even with this. Not even though we got all these parts now, man. We in a new time. This is the awakening, man. The conjunction came and the veil was removed. And these niggas have been behind their shield. That's their veil. For so long. Nobody even remembered these niggas. But you could just go in history, do a quick look over history, and all the important parts of history, these niggas is popping up. Whether they name Phoenicians, whether they name Moors, whether they name Sephardic Jews, nigga, it's them. Whether they name conquistadors, they try and hide theyself. Look at these niggas. Yo, I am Jadefre Memnon. Have a great day. We love you all, man.
Low battery.
Let's get you sorted, mate. Let's get you sorted. Yo, the other side of the pond. Broken kingdom. Divided kingdom. Ice Olmecs over here. We got Black Saxons. Norsemen. Vikings. Yo, the whole nine. We even got Roos up here. You know? Going back to ancient times, bro. Black Saxons, Union Jack spread like a virus and resurrect this hip-hop shit, the rapper Cyrus. Gimmarine, Genesis 6, call me Horace Clan, we speak from the book, not from the sinus. Black Saxons, Union Jack, spread like a virus, and resurrect this hip-hop shit, the rapper Cyrus. Dirrty, Genesis 6, call me your highness. It's Horace Clan, we speak from the book, not from the sinus. Food shortages, empty shelves, the main stores start rationing, prepare yourselves. I seen it coming from decades back, they never listen. Emotionally react cause they blinded by religion. And this is Britain where surviving is a mission. Weak niggas fall over and get swallowed by the system. I know they hate it, but I remain the most anticipated, simple and plain. My rebirth from the necropolis, they shitting they self down. Back the nominees cause they act as fam. I remember my return 2007, over the wavy and oats. Man, the scene was dead, man, I remember it. We met, put me and axe on the shed. On Yeoman Street, my first show, fresh in my head. Bare face from the cradle to grave. Doing videos with Chris Covert, TV shit straight from the grave. And how it feels like stuck in a maze. Selling drugs on Titchborn while we were smoking cheese and haze. AONP Studio and Black Legion. Dragon Slayers merged with them black hyenas in the region. And we put it down hard until they end up sabotage. Certain man didn't stand on their square and not on guard. And there's some man them in my gang and I hate that they gone. And there's some man them in my gang and I'm glad that they gone. Black Saxons, Union Jack, spread like a virus, and resurrect this hip-hop shit, the rapper Cyrus. Dirrty, Genesis 6, call me your highness. It's Horace Clan, we speak from the book, not from the sinus. Black Saxons, Union Jack, spread like a virus, and resurrect this hip-hop shit, the rapper Cyrus. Dirrty, Genesis 6, call me your highness. It's Horace Clan, we speak from the book, not from the sinus. I saw the birth of stars, heard the whispers of creation through the valley, yeah, the shadow of death. The situation for my people, they say all men will create equal. The golden solar cycle is here, call it the sequel. Ammon Ra judges trees by their fruits, not by their roots. Great minds think alike and combine into parachutes. And if I fall from the heights on my back, it's a parachute. Cause you can fuck with the God. DJ Memon is the true classical heroes, legends of gods and men. You cannot fathom how the higher forces guide my pen. Slaying tens of thousands without a sword, my friend. But fuck around and your mama ain't gon' see you again. Demigods, rap immortal, beam lyrics down through a portal. Foxer, LHC, Dragon Slayer, Ragnarmen, HNIC. The highest lecture in command, I'm a raw on me. Raharati, solar power never run out. Cause like the sun, you can't block me, I'ma always come out. And I remain in my own league, notches above. Like the peregrine, way up there, watching the door. Yo, all my enemies is finished. Niggas getting old. I'm in the fountain of youth, which is the booth now. Drink it up, yeah, smoke it up. Because yo, I'm celebrating 4-year Hep victory. Yo, too nasty. Drink it up, it's my victory scar. All my enemies is dead and buried, dream quick with scar. It's King Ragnar with a supermodel car. And we gon' smoke weed by the trees and swallow scar. Drugs full of Heineken sitting on my table. Them niggas tried to keep up with me, but they wasn't able. Man, the way I'm dropping bangers make these rappers look disabled. I heard them say they gonna run up on me, that be fake. So bring a body bag and some fucking shovels. I'ma make you dig your own grave, you niggas, you in trouble. You live in fantasy and I'ma bust your bubble. I'm cornering the market, fam, this shit is my hustle. It's the new rap mecca, fam, a whole new genre. Dragon Slayer infamous, they say we call it
drama. I'm ready for the muscle even when my niggas was mager. They tried to lock me down, but now I'm back to finish my saga. Drinking up, it's my victory scar. All my enemies is dead and buried, dream with me scar. It's King Ragnar with a supermodel dog. And we gon' smoke weed by the trees and swallow scar. Drinking up, it's my victory scar. All my enemies is dead and buried, dream with me scar. It's King Ragnar with a supermodel dog. And we gon' smoke weed by the trees and swallow scar. Bloody murder, tell these devils I ain't playing. I manifest the God to get on with this dragon slaying. Find these man are mumble rappers, don't know what the fuck they saying. I fall upon the devil, let me find out where we stay. Got my adversaries like they crawled upon the rocks. You never see them niggas face, no more around the block, cause they scared. Bump into them, you can see they heart stop. They pupils dilating cause they asses in shock. And I'm a run non-stop until you niggas sick and tired. Like Mayweather, I ain't even done when I'm retired. If the money right, I might come again for round 2. And I don't give a flying fuck about whoever rolling with you. You bullshit crew, your man's a gas like you want nitrogen. Got me a couple of soldiers from the IRA in Ireland. I ain't came from town, but now they calling me the fireman. Squeeze this shit up out these motherfuckers like a pipe. Drinking up, it's my victory scar. All my enemies is dead and buried, dream with me scar. It's King Ragnar with a supermodel dog. And we gon' smoke weed by the trees and swallow scar. Drinking up, it's my victory scar. All my enemies is dead and buried, dream with me scar. It's King Ragnar with a supermodel dog. And we gon' smoke weed by the trees and swallow scar.
Yo, saga continues. King Ragnar, Northern Kingdom. Left the city, stand up, where you at? Oi. Yo, Dragon Slayers, Horus Clan, Vikings, Normans, Saxons, Britain. Yo, up north, we different. Team different. Yeah? And we made for this holy war in these last days. We ain't playing. We toy soldiers. Yo, y'all niggas better recognize, yo. Saga, we here now. Continue. Yo, turn up. Yo. My weed's done. I need to re-up. Niggas mumbling, nigga, you better speak up. Sitting on my throne, I got my feet up. Playing with them titties, yeah. Double D cups. Family boys, I'm dangerous. We out getting money, so we famous. Catching cases, now I'm nameless. Wanna see me fall for the haters. 10 toes down, I'ma stick around. Coming for the throne, I'ma take the crowd. Sitting in my motherfucking dressing gown. I don't play games, I don't fuck around. Ragnar spit fire, king of the North Empire. You see me coming down, the time expire. Stick to the truth, fam, don't be a liar. Half truth and whole lie. You can see a man's weakness right in his eyes. Secret animosity I despise. Me, I got my fingers in so many pies. All fake smiles and I ain't surprised. Man turn cold, throw dirt in your eyes. Fake friends got the perfect disguise. No hypocrites had to cut them ties. I'm laid back. Come on, bitch, you go pay for that. I'm a hard copy, you a paperback. I'ma get a my team made for that. Made for that, we made for that. I'ma get a my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for rap. And way over there is where the hate is at. Made for that, we made for that. I'ma get a my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for that. And way over there is where the hate is at. made for that, we made for that. Armageddon, my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for rap. And way over there is where the hate is at. Made for that, we made for that. Dragon Slayer, my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for rap. And way over there is where the hate is at. I'm still full at violence. Sitting smoke weed in silence. Man, them lost me guidance. King Ragnar with the trident. I got 4 wins I can send out. Come on, hurricane shit, tear down your house. Cyclone, come and blow your roof out. Tornadoes on the loose now. My baseline cause earthquakes. I'm a kick drum building some shit. Is it 808 or is it something else? Shit, me like drugs, get a hold of yourself. Fucking up, they don't say it's bad for your health. No Oscar, I ain't acting for the world. I'm a monster when you look at me, can you tell? You can walk through my hood when you see it as hell. Yo, shit, I've calmed down, I've simmered loads. I don't fuck with clowns, I talk the throne and hijack the crown. Head in the clouds and feet on the ground. And fuck them dollars, it's sterling pounds. Black people niggas, we don't want them around. We like women in the black and the brown. I'm the last sound blender around. I'm an avatar, God in the flesh. Tear my city down, I'ma make a mess. I'm block started like lyrical chest. Try force, I'm a bullet with the angel of death. I'm an avatar, God in the flesh. Tear my city down, I'ma make a mess. I'm block started like lyrical chest. Try force, I'm a bullet with the angel of death. Made for that, we made for that. Armageddon, my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for rap. And way over there is where the hate is at. Made for that, we made for that. Armageddon, my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for that. And way over there is where the hate is at. Made for that, we made for that. Armageddon, my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for rap. And way over there is where the hate is at. Made for that, we made for that. Dragon Slayer, my team made for that. King Ragnar, I was made for rap. And way over there is where the hate is at. I was destined to come. They had to send King Ragnar, Dragon Slayer. Only the brave. All the dudes, the real niggas followed it. Only the brave. Find the others. 144. King Ragnar. Yo, Horus Clan for life.